Countdown to race day.
Chile to New York.
Runners from around the world are ready for Sunday's New York Marathon, and the wait has been longer than usual. Last year, Hurricane Sandy threw everything into chaos. The marathon starting line is on Staten Island, where 23 people died in the storm. Initially, Mayor Michael Bloomberg insisted the race should go ahead because it pumped hundreds of millions of dollars into the local economy. But most residents were furious.
We're pulling bodies out of water. You see the disconnect here?
Then, less than 48 hours before the race was due to start,
we will not be conducting the 2012 ING New York City Marathon.
Competitors complained about money wasted on flights, accommodation and entry fees. They weren't the only ones who were disappointed. Every year, up to 20% of runners register with a charity. Athletes must raise a minimum of $3,000 in return for a spot in the race. When the marathon was called off last year, runners automatically qualified for this year's race. That means fundraising wasn't compulsory and organisations are missing out.
We've doubled our efforts on Facebook, on Twitter, print advertisements, really just every possible awareness vehicle that we could get our hands on and that we could afford. We really came up short.
Last year, Q Hamori raised money for charity but was uncomfortable asking friends and family to donate again this year. He works on Staten Island and supports last year's cancellation.
They were setting up the tents and the generators and the food and next to all these people who just lost their homes, and it was very inappropriate.
Officials are not only dealing with the financial shortfalls after last year's superstorm. The bomb explosions at the Boston Marathon in April are also having a direct impact on the race here. Closed-circuit television was crucial in identifying two brothers allegedly responsible for the attack. New York officials have responded accordingly and will be watching closely from police headquarters. And there'll be extra security at the finish line in Central Park. More police and counter-terrorism officers, police dogs, helicopters and bag checks. But the race isn't just about logistics.
And so I think you're going to see a very emotional, positive day as we remember so many.
Alongside the tributes, many hope that after a troubled year, this world-famous marathon can get back on track. Cath, Al Jazeera, New York.